Hey guys, like I promised, today we're going to solve a fraction, so I'm going to teach you some really nifty tricks. Totally rocks, dude. Anyway, so we're going to start with, I showed y'all sort of a trick where if you have like 1 over 7 plus x equals 2, the way that you would go about getting rid of the fraction, so that way this is a nice problem instead of, would be to multiply the entire equation by the common denominator. So if you were to have all of these and make them into fractions, what would the common denominator be? What can all of the denominators multiply together to get? And that would be 7. So we would multiply everything in here by 7. So this equation, so you have 7 times 1 over 7. Now what happens is those, they divide to get 1. So then your answer is the numerator. So then this problem is simply just saying 1 plus 7x equals 14. The fraction is gone and you have a nicer problem. I can guarantee that this way works. If you solve through, you get minus 1, minus 1. So 7x equals 13, divide by 7, and your answer is a fraction, x equals 13 over 7. But if you put it into a calculator to check, it will come back correct. So let's look at something that's a little more difficult. Okay? Let's say that you have 1/4 x minus 2/3 equals 5 over 12 x. Our first job is to figure out what can 4, 3, and 12 all multiply together to get. So one way to do it is to look at your common factors, which is actually a pretty good idea. So we have 3, 4, and 12. If it's not automatically popping out at you, it's fine. So for 3, you have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Oh, there's a 12. Let's see if it works for 4. So 4, 8, 12. Hey, all of these multiply together to get 12. So what we're going to do is we are going to multiply everything in this equation by 12. We're going to multiply the 1/4, the 2/3, and the 5/12. So we're going to start with the first one. I'm going to do these in different colors so you can kind of see what's happening. Okay, so the first one is 12 times 1/4. I should have done this a little. Here we go. So 12 over 1, that's how you write 12 as a fraction, times 1/4. So this would give you 12 over 4, and 12 divided by 4 is 3. So your answer is 3. So this becomes a 3x. So let's look at the next one. So 12 over 1 times negative 2 over 3. So you can also cross divide. So 12 and 3, both numbers are divisible by 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. 12 divided by 3 is 4. So then you have 4 times negative 2 is negative 8 over 1, which just equals negative 8. Okay, you still with me? Hope so. So then we're going to do 12 times 12 over 1 times 5 over 12 x equals, so right here you have 12 on top and 12 on bottom, so then you're left with 5x. And then you just solve the same way you would before. So first thing that we do is get rid of the 8. Move the 8 over to the other side. Oh, no, just kidding. We're going to move, would you rather have $3 or $5? I would rather have 5, so I'm going to move the 3. So negative 8 equals 2x, divide by 2. X equals negative 4. And then you can plug it in and see if you get the correct answer, which is pretty cool. You do, by the way, in case you're wondering. Let's try that again. So let's see, 1/2 x plus 2 thirds equals 1 over 6. Okay? First question is, what do they all multiply to get? If you had to create a common denominator, what would your common denominator be? So you have 2, 4, 6. Hey, 3, 6. Oh, there we go, 6. So we're going to multiply everything in this equation by 6. It would also work if you did like 12. 18 would be fine too. This is just the smallest number, so it's nicer. So we're going to go ahead and multiply all of them off on the side. So we have 6 times 1/2 times 1/2, which equals, you can either cross divide or multiply straight across. So if you multiply straight across, 6 times 1 is 6, 1 times 2 is 2. Divide and you get 3. So this becomes 3x. Then we're going to do the next one. So 6 times 2/3, 6 over 1 times 2/3. You can cross divide. Both numbers are divisible by 3. So that's 1 and that's a 2. 2 times 2 is 4 over 1 equals 4. So this is plus 4 equals, last thing, 6 times 1 over 6. These kind of divide out, and you're left with 1 equals 1. And then you solve it like a normal problem. So start by subtracting 4. 3x equals negative 3. Divide by 3. And x equals negative 1. Cool, right? Some of y'all are just like, blah. Some of y'all are like, I have no idea what's going on, but it looks cool. I know. Okay, so 4. I'm going to be so glad whenever y'all are in class and I'm not, like, saying all these bad jokes to myself. Because right now, I think I'm funny. Like, I'm imagining all of y'all at home, wherever you are watching this, outside. I don't know your life. But I will. That sounds weird. Just pretend you see, like, things like that. I think it's funny and nobody else does. Or I don't know if y'all do. Anyway, so we're going to be looking at this. We're going to start off with, I should cut that out of the video. No, it's too late. Okay, so we have a 3 and a 5. Least common denominator would be 15. So I'm going to multiply everything in here by 15. Shoop, 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 shoop. Okay, oh, I have enough colors. Okay, so 15 over 1 times x over 3 equals, cross divide. Pause the video and see if you can get this on your own. 5x. We're going to do the next one. 15 over 1 times negative 2 over 3. 1, negative 10. Equals, next one, 15 over 1 times x over 5, 3x. Oh, 3x. Next one, 15 over 1 times 4 over 5, 3 and 1, 12. And then 15 times 2 is 30. Okay, and then from here we are going to combine like terms. So on this side of the equal sign we have a 12 and a 30. That popped out to me the most, so that's 42. The answer to life. 5x minus 10. Cool. And then we're going to go ahead and solve it out. So we're going to do plus 10 on both sides. Subtract 3x. I'm just doing them all at the same time. You don't have to do that. So 2x equals 52. Divide by 2. And x equals 26. Isn't that cool? Like, it starts as a fraction and you're like, oh man, this problem is so scary. And then it's not as bad. It's not as bad. Let's make it bad. Yeah? Yeah, I like that idea. Okay, so 2.4. We're going to continue. So we're going to start with this. Let's say that you have, what number were we on? 4, so this is 5. Okay, so let's say that there is x minus 3 over 5 equals 1 minus x over 3. Okay, so same thing. What we're going to do is we're going to find the common denominator, and that would be 15. So we're going to multiply everything by 15. Now, whenever we do the first one, what's going to happen is this is 15 over 1 times x minus 3 over 5. Okay, then we're going to cross divide, so that's a 3 and a 1. So this is going to be 3 times x minus 3. Okay, so this is 3 times x minus 3 equals 15 times 1 is 15, and then 15 times negative x over 3. So we're going to cross divide, so 3, 1, no, just kidding, that's a 5. That's a 5. So negative 5x over 1, and then we're just going to solve it like we normally would. So distribute, 3x minus 9 equals 15 minus 5x. Get all your x's onto one side, get all your numbers onto the other. Plus 9 plus 24 divided by x equals 3. Okay. Okay, so here's the last one, okay, which means that it's the hardest one. That was a lie. Do I have an answer to this one? Yeah, I do. Okay. No, I don't. It's fine. We'll figure it out, right, guys? Okay, so 1/5 times x plus 3 equals 2x minus 3 times 2 minus x minus 3. Oh, we're not actually solving this. We're just simplifying it down. Okay, so we're going to get rid of the one and only fraction. So there's only one fraction, and it's that 1/5. So we're going to multiply everything by the denominator, which is 1/5. Now, we are only multiplying this, everything that is outside of parentheses is being multiplied. So for 5 times 1/5, that's 1. So this becomes 1 times x plus 3 equals 5 times 2x is 10x. 5 times negative 3 is negative 15. And then I bring down the parentheses. 5 times negative 3 is negative 15. And then from here, you would then get rid of your parentheses. And then eventually you would solve. Okay, I'm not entirely sure if it has a complete answer, so yeah, let's do it. Let's see if it has an answer. And if not, it's a learning opportunity for why you shouldn't allow me to create problems in class. So we have x plus 3 is equal to, combine like terms, so 10 and 15, so that's 25x, it's not looking good, minus 45. Bigger x is on the right for that 25. I'm excited. Are y'all excited to see if this actually works? They're like, no. 3 equals 24x. Oh, it might. Plus 45. Plus 45. 48 equals. Oh, wow, the answer is 2. I never would have guessed that. Huh. Man, that's a long problem. Okay, so, you guys, 2.4 is all about solving with fractions. If we didn't get to something that we should have gotten to, or you're like in the middle of your homework, next week, for everyone except for third period, whenever we come into class, you can ask what your question is, because we'll be face to face. I'll get to see your face and not your blank screen whenever we Zoom. So fun. I'm also going to look out later in the day for a video of what you should do whenever you come into class. Okay? Bye, guys. See y'all Monday.